Hi guys, so I couldn't wait until the end of the week to film my plan with me in this. I've had the kit I'm going to use for ages and I knew exactly that I wanted to use it for Christmas week and I just can't wait anymore basically. So I planned to do this at the end of the week on Friday, ready for next week, and it's Tuesday, so yeah, I'm going to do it now. So that's why this is still in this week. This is my Erin Condren vertical planner. So as you can see, I've got last year's Christmassy cover on the front, which I love, and I do have the poinsettias cover on the way in navy, which at the moment I believe is somewhere over the Atlantic, hopefully. I think it's the Atlantic, isn't it? Yeah, sorry. Brain's still in an end of term foggy mess, so there we go. So I'm planning Christmas week in my vertical Erin Condren, which I've not done a plan with me in yet, I think. I tend to use this more for, how do I put it? Therapy stickerating, I think is the best way to do it. There is something really quite therapeutic about putting down stickers, and sometimes I just want to put down stickers. So I tend to use this to put stickers down, and then I'll go back and kind of add things in, like as a reverse planning session, kind of for a bit of memory keeping, but not quite, and just because sometimes kits look really nice in an Erin Condren in a classic vertical. So that's what I'm doing in here. This is the kit that I'm going to use. It's Oh Little Town by Elliebeth Designs. Now I have left my old planner at work. My old Erin Condren planner I took to work to take some photos of for DT purposes and photo challenge purposes, and I've left it there because I can't get decent light at night at the moment. It's a bit tricky, as you've probably worked out by the change in light in my videos. So I was going to show you what it looked like last year. Last year was a lot more greens, this year it's a lot more blues. I did still have the mini kit last year, so this is the mini kit. So we've got this kind of functional page with various different things on it. I've got boxes and little things, the full boxes, the washi and deco, and then I've pulled out the leftover icons from the monthly kit as well. And then you get your little Penguin Joe sampler, and I got the headers as well. So I'm going to plan this week in here, and obviously I'm going to start with the washi. Now I did go through a gap where I didn't use a vertical Erin Condren for quite some time, and you know, I experimented with other things, I tried other things, but there's something about planning this way that just feels right. Not right, it just feels easy. I don't have to think about it as much, I kind of think, because this was like the first plannery planner I had. So I started planning with a bullet journal, as you may or may not know, and then I found Erin Condren. So not necessarily the way around that it normally goes. I'm just thinking about how I'm going to do this. The past few weeks I've kind of staggered colours. I haven't colour blocked as much, so I'm going to colour block this week just because I think it will be a little bit easier to manage with the headers. So I'm going to just flip. There's just something nice, you know, just flipping it like that. It feels right. It feels lovely. Yeah, I know. So, as I said, I did have this kit last year. I loved it. It was greenier. And I think the washi last year was the similar sort of pattern, but I think it had like a cream background. So it felt a lot lighter, whereas this year's feels a lot darker. Not that there's anything wrong with that at all. I just really like it. So then we have, yeah, that kind of works. I hadn't quite decided how I was going to put it down, and I just kind of plonked them down as I felt like it, so I should just carry on in the same vein, really. I have been, I must admit, doing quite traditional boring for the past few weeks. All the to-dos in the same row, all the little things in the same row, all the today boxes in the same row. So I think maybe come January we might go for a mix-up. Who knows? We'll wait and see. So yeah, as I said, sometimes in this planner I've planned out I've put stickers down for an entire month in advance. Sometimes I do it week by week. Some weeks I don't do it at all and then go back and add it in afterwards. It's kind of a bit of a varied activity, I think is the best way to describe it. Don't really do a lot consistently in it because this is more just for me, which is why you haven't really seen it yet, I think. What I did start doing probably about this time last year, November last year when it arrived, I mainly use mini kits from Rachel or smaller kits from other shops, so I don't end up as well. Anyway, they were definitely, oh no, there was something on my desk. Never mind. Anyway, what was I saying? Kits I used last year. Yeah, there's definitely when I first got my first, never mind. When I got my first Erin Condren, I did it planned a couple of weeks, didn't quite get into it, and then I think it was the Oh Dear kit last year. I put that down and it kind of suddenly felt like a good plan, it felt like a good layout. And using the smaller mini kits, which at the time didn't have the full boxes in, meant that I could do things like add journaling comments in. I could structure it quite differently, and that kind of made me fall in love with it a little bit. And it's something that I don't do in the same way in any other planner. It's definitely something that I kind of not intentionally leave for this planner, but it's definitely something that I do in this and not really anything else. So I'm getting a bit rambly today. I still blame the end of term fog. 2 more days to go. I haven't really had to teach much today because of stuff that was going on in school, which was quite nice, but at the same time it kind of lulls you a little bit and you kind of feel like you're drifting off to sleep a little bit. I kind of feel if there was a lot more going on, I'd be a lot more stimulated and be able to keep going for a little bit rather than just going, oh, do I have to? And anyway, 2 more days. Carol service tomorrow night. PPA on Thursday, so again that's not really a full day. It's not really anything strenuous I have to do on the last day. I have to finish a couple of bits off tomorrow, which won't take too long. And yeah, just nearly there really, which is quite nice. We do have maths tomorrow. That's M-A-S-S, not M-A-T-H-S. I work in a Catholic school, so we have to do maths at the beginning and end of every term, which my Anglican sensibilities struggle with sometimes. Not all the time, just sometimes. So that's not straight, is it? Nearest bit straight. So, sorry, now I'm going over the full boxes. I didn't even do that on camera, which is really, really helpful for you. Sorry, so I've put the one that's got a quote on there, which is from Silent Night, which is probably one of my favourite Christmas carols. One day I do intend to be able to learn the whole thing and remember the whole thing in German. That would be quite nice. Christmas Day, which we use for Christmas Day? Oh, let's go with these big angels for Christmas Day. So Christmas Day, obviously, it's Christmas Day. I'm cooking again this year. Last year I cooked for my first Christmas dinner, and I cooked for my family, my side of the family, which was lovely. And this year I am cooking for my husband's parents. Not quite the whole family, which is probably a little bit easier than trying to feed all of mine. Christmas is a lovely, chaotic day, and there's a lot going on. It's a little bit bonkers. So we have to do, well, we don't have to, we do breakfast at my mum and dad's house with everybody on my mum's side, well, my mum and dad's side of the family that is local, and it is a full cooked breakfast, which is amazing. And then we fight over where we're having Christmas lunch. So obviously this year is our house, and then something happens in the evening involving both sides or one side or whoever. So this year will be breakfast as normal at my mum's house. Then we will be doing Christmas lunch here, and then everybody from both sides of the family is coming to our house for the evening. I do sound thrilled and excited about that, I know. Now I have been putting my weekend banner down here, but I quite like the washi, this pattern, so I don't want to do that. So actually I think I've got that prematurely. I'll rest it over there for a moment. Some premature bannering going on there. Yeah, I'm putting the checklist in, and I know in theory there shouldn't be a lot to do this week, but after cooking Christmas dinner on the Monday, actually my husband having some time off for once the rest of the week, and then having all of my friends to stay for the weekend is it means there's a lot to get done. Sorry, I'm not even putting this on camera while I'm talking. I'm really sorry. I think it's because I've moved desks again, and I've now got more space, so instead of cramping everything together to film in this, it's a bit different. Also because I haven't filmed in this planner, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, what was I saying? Lots to do. Yes, New Year, towards the end of the week, on the other side of this page. We have all of my friends descend, well not all of them thankfully, because there's like hundreds of them. A very large group of friends descend for a weekend of fun and relaxation and eating and drinking and merriment for anywhere between 24 and 72 hours, depending on various other work commitments, travel distances, all the rest of it. It does take up a lot of different amounts of space and time, so that does take up a huge amount of preparation towards this end of the week. And then obviously Saturday, Sunday they're here. So anyway, I'm really sorry, I'm convinced my words are not coming out properly, so I do apologise if you're getting frustrated with what on earth I am saying and doing. It is not intentional, it's just me. So Christmas Day, right, I am going to put in my meal trackers, I think. Christmas Day obviously will be lunch. I'm going to stack these at the bottom. I do vary, sometimes I put them at the top, sometimes I put them in the middle, sometimes I put them down here. A lot of the time I stack them on washi at the bottom, so it varies. But since I won't have a huge amount going on, I'm going to stick it there. I'm putting it across the full boxes, haven't I? Oh, I'm not going to worry about that. Don't put it across full boxes. They're pretty full boxes. We want to leave those. That's what we do. That's why you haven't done it. You want to leave nice and plain and blank. I'm just wondering as well, I did order the add-on box sheet of this kit as well, which I was going to use with my bullet journal. I'm just wondering whether I may borrow a few stickers from it. Anyway, see how it goes. Right, so meal stickers down. I'm not going to worry about hydration stickers because I know full well I won't be drinking enough for the week, because I'll be drinking All the things you shouldn't drink at Christmas. So I'm going to put this little guy here, which is a tiny little piggy bank. I'm going to put him up here for payday. Get paid on the last working day of the month, which is quite handy when I have to do all the shopping for the weekend on Friday. That's a good one. I am going to... No, there's not one on there. Where are my icons gone? It is... There's not any there. It is bin day on Wednesday, just to confuse me. So I might just put a star one down to remind me, because I will forget otherwise. It's not even bin day, it's recycling day. We had our bins taken yesterday, as I'm sure you remember from my lovely rambling in my Passion Planner video. Yeah, it's bin days on the 18th, and then recycling on the 27th, and bin day again not until the 3rd. So that was well thought out by the council when they rejigged everything, I think. So this one, headers. I'm going to put a little remember across here. And add in the prompts for the photo challenge, which I have not been keeping up with as I intended to at all. I've been kind of doing a catch up at the weekend and adding to all the posts that have gone on before, because life happened, an end of term happened, and it's December kind of feeling. So I shall put that there for those. Then I will have my habit trackers. See, the only disadvantage with getting the mini kit over the full kit is that you don't get all the washi strips, and I have discovered I have been using a lot of washi strips in some of my spreads that I never really used to think about. And then that one will fit in there. Don't know what I'm going to use this one for yet, but it's pretty, so it can go in. So that's my sidebar, that's my week. I'm going to put down half boxes for journaling type comments instead. So I'll put today in there. Today in there. Told you my brain is not doing as it wants. Not doing normal things. I will get my words out eventually. So I'll put all those down. Not straight at all. Why is that not straight? Because my head is not straight. I will come back to that later. I can't get too phased by that now. Put that one in there. And then add-on sheet, which is in here somewhere. There we go. One add-on sheet. So these are the add-on boxes that you can buy to go with any of the kits. I normally get these to go with words. What are words? The flexible kits, that's the one. Because when I use them in my Passion Planner, I sometimes add in things. And the full boxes, these ones fit really nicely across the whole column, as you've probably seen. And if you haven't, you know, I always encourage you to go and watch some of my other videos. So that's my half boxes for my journaling type comments. Then I'm going to add in a few of the scallops, event labels, scallops. Add in a few scallops to signify events. So put that one in there because it's pale. And that one, it's not pale, it's dark. Oh my word, I'm putting that one there because it's pale. I'm starting to lose the plot now and go a bit bonkers. There is, I know people have talked before about teacher tired. This is a legitimate problem, teacher tiredness. There are times, particularly at the end of the long term, where my husband comes home and he is convinced I am drunk because I am so tired, I am incomprehensible, I am questionable about standing, I'm just not right at all, and it's because I am so tired. That's the only reason for it. I'm absolutely exhausted. So, teacher tired is a thing. I've been awake for 47 hours before, and I'm definitely not as tired as I can be when I'm teacher tired. Okay, I'm going to overlay that one across there. So, oh, weekend banner. I can put that on now, can't I? Weekend banner. There we go. Let's go for... I just don't know where to put it. I could not put it, I suppose. No, I'm going to put it across here. I'm going to block out that angel because there's plenty of angels. I'm going to put it across there. And I bet that wasn't even in shot then either, because apparently I can't line things up. So, anyway. Rambly, nonsensical, I do apologise. But this is next week in my... There we go, sorry. This is next week in my Erin Condren vertical. There we go, that's the word out correctly. I am just thinking about adding these two boxes down here, but I'm going to leave that for now. There's nothing else I need to do or add in. No, there's not. Time to plan stickers. Time to plan will have to be Thursday because people will be here. We'll have to put the washing on Wednesday to give it a chance to dry before we have visitors, because it doesn't dry very well outside at the moment because of temperature, and we don't have a tumble dryer. So there we go. Anyway, let's try that again. This is next week in my Erin Condren vertical using the Oh Little Town kit from Elliebeth Designs. It is the mini kit with a few add-on boxes just to give me enough half boxes and scallops for the week. I don't think I used anything else off it. No, I didn't. And that is probably, I will probably use this spread as my main planner spread next week, I would imagine, because I really like this kit. And I will take extra care to make sure that it is neat and tidy and beautiful, unlike my normal day-to-day planner. And then I can look back on this and think, oh, it's lovely, isn't it? So there we go. That is next week. I will try very hard to fit in a video next week. Between Christmas and my New Year, it is a bit challenging, but maybe I will be able to fit something in then. But the week after, I'm still on holiday, everyone else is back at work, and I should have time to do something extra that people have been asking for. So all that remains is for me to wish everybody a really, really happy Christmas, if you are celebrating Christmas. Have fun, relax, enjoy the company of the people that you have around you. Eat whatever you want, drink whatever you want, and just have some time out. And I will try and get another video in before the new year. Happy planning, guys.